Hey, what's up, beat hackers? In this week's video, I want to run you through a list of things that I learned from DJing at weddings. Now, if any of you guys out there are interested in starting to make a bit of money off your hobby of DJing, weddings are a very good option for you guys to consider. Now, I learned quite a lot from DJing at weddings because it's one thing turning up to a nightclub and DJing house music to a crowd of people who like house music. It's a completely different thing to turn up to a room with 100, 150 people in it, a complete cross-section of society who all have different music tastes, who are all different ages, and get that crowd of people on a dance floor. You have to be able to read multiple crowds of people at once, and it's a lot more kind of audience interaction. So that's one thing about doing weddings. The other thing is, there's money to be made. You can charge up to £500 per wedding, and you could easily do 35, 40 of them a year just on weekends. Now, of course, you lose a lot of your weekends, but that's a heck of a lot of money to make on top of whatever you're currently doing, because you can do it on weekends and you can do your normal job. So it's a really interesting thing. So in this video, I'm going to run you through a couple of things I learned. Let's do it. Okay guys, so in this video I just wanted to run you through, just kind of give you some advice on all the different things I would tell a friend if they came to me and said, what advice have you got about doing weddings? So, the first things first, set up a contract and take money before the event. Okay, so contract, why it's important. You want to have all the details written down and signed off, just in case anything goes wrong. You turn up to the wrong venue, you're turning up at the wrong time, and they say, hey, you were supposed to turn up 2 hours ago, and you can go, no, check out the contract, we both signed it. So I'm not going to go on about that, but a contract is really important so you can have something to be held accountable if there's any disagreement, okay? It's really important. The second thing is take money up front, get them to pay you a deposit. So this is the main thing which I would tell people is when you're getting into weddings, a lot of people kind of just take money on the night, but people, especially drunk people, will mess you around. So the best thing to do is say, if you want to book me, you have to pay a deposit of £100, £150, so they send you that, and then you're marked in the diary and say, look, you're not marked in the diary until I've had a deposit through. Obviously, be more polite than I'm being here. And then 2 weeks before the event, you take the rest of the money. Okay, and don't accept it if people just go, we'll just pay you on the night. Don't accept that. You want to take the money up front because you don't want to be in a situation where you turn up, you do the wedding, the event's done, and then you're chasing them for money. You'll never get it, okay? And there's nothing, you can't go and leave a review on them. That's it, you won't get it. So that's 2 bits of advice there. So the third point is get a playlist off them beforehand. Before you do the event, just contact them and say, can you make a playlist on Spotify of all your favorite music and all the music you want me to play on the night, and send it over. You can say, look, you don't have to give me every song of the entire night, but just give me a vibe of the type of music you want so I know what to be playing on the night. Now, the reason you want to do this is because, as with every other DJing event you do, there's a chance you're going to turn up and people are not going to be in the mood to dance. And rather than you standing there just guessing what music you should be playing when no one's interested in dancing, at that moment you can revert back to the playlist that the bride and groom sent you. Again, you're covering yourself here because what you don't want is the bride and groom to email you afterwards saying, you weren't very good, nobody was dancing. Because at least at that point, instead of trying to explain to them that sometimes people just don't want to dance, you can say, well, I was playing all the music you sent me. Now, of course, this sounds really negative, but I'm just telling you this to cover yourself. The 99% chance is everyone's going to be dancing, everyone's going to have a laugh, and the music that the bride and groom sent over is going to be spot on. But always remember, whenever you're kind of starting some sort of business where you're going to be taking money off people, you want to have yourself covered. So it's a two thing, this. First things first, you know all the music the bride and groom and all the people are going to like playing, and it's usually the same kind of songs. Okay, once you've got that, you're covered, you're going to be able to play that song. And if nobody's dancing, you're also covered because you can say, well, I was playing all the music you told me to play, you know? So there we go, that's point number 2. Point number 3, really simple one. Test your gear beforehand, turn up early. I almost don't really have to expand on those points. Make sure your gear's working so you're not stressed, and make sure you leave early. You don't want to be turning up late and you can't find the place and you've got to lug all the gear in and everyone's standing there looking at you and tapping their foot. Make sure you do those 2 things. The next point, bride and groom are king. if they come over and they say they want a song, you put that song on straight away. Like, don't try and bleed it in by playing, you know, I'm going to move from this song to that song to that song. If the bride comes over, will you play this song? Yes. Bang, you play the song. And she loves it. You are the best DJ in the world. The second she asked for the song, you played it. End of. Don't need to expand on that anymore. Same thing with the bride and groom, okay? And by the way, kind of works with bridesmaids as well. Now, there is a sub point to this, right? Which is towards the end of the night, everyone's going to be absolutely pissed, and you're going to get people stumbling over you saying, play this song, play this song. At that point, you just have to be aware that you can't just put on any song anybody asks for, which is why I say bride and groom, if they come over, you put the song on. And if the bridesmaids come over and gone, the bride has requested this song, fine, bang, you put it on. But towards the end of the night, you know, you deal with that situation slightly differently when they're stumbling over drunk. Like, if the song fits, you'll play it, and then you tell them you can put it on in 5 minutes. You know, that's the kind of thing that I used to do. Okay, so next thing, put your ego aside and play the music that they like. If you're playing Cotton Eye Joe and the entire place is absolutely kicking off, keep playing that kind of music. Just do it. You're being paid to entertain them. You're not there to show off your DJ skills. You're not there to show them this awesome new deep house track you just discovered on the weekend. You are there to keep them happy, okay? So put your ego aside. Next thing, if you are asked to stay late by one of the guests, will you stay for an extra hour? Which is usually like a really good compliment because it means you're absolutely killing it. And if they come over and they're like, stay an extra hour, you've got to do 2 things, okay? First thing, send them away to go and check with management, okay? Because a lot of these places are hotels and stuff like that, and they don't let people play past 12. So instead of you running around looking for somebody while the song's coming to an end, you say, yeah, go and check with management first, see if we're allowed to stay late, and then when they come back and say, yeah, they are, then you charge more. You have to charge more. This is a service, guys, that you're providing. This is a business at this point, and it's extremely antisocial hours. So if they're asking you to stay from 12 o'clock to 1, you can charge more. You can charge up to 80 quid, 100 quid. Make sure you get that money up front. Don't say, yeah, give it to me at the end of the night, and you DJ till 1 in the morning, and at 1 in the morning you got to pack all your stuff away, and that bloke who was drunk has gone, and you're like, who's going to pay me? You'll never find that bloke again. You'll never get that money. So I would go as far as to say, if you haven't got that money, music comes, you know, and it's the end of the night, music comes off, thanks very much, guys, and you start packing away. If he comes over and hands you the money, bang, you're up again, you carry on going. Now, the next thing I wanted to say, and the final thing is, at the end of the night, you're gonna be killing it. Whatever wedding, even if you're at a wedding where no one's danced, everyone dances for the last like half hour. It's this crazy thing. When they know it's coming to an end in half an hour time, everybody dances. Which means at the end of the night, when it comes to calling it a day and stopping everything, you're gonna have 100 people screaming at you, put the music back on, put the music back on. And it's going to be awkward for you. And at the beginning, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, this is awesome, they love me, and you're gonna keep going, right? But after a while, you're gonna be like, I've gotta go home. I've been paid for the time I'm here, and I'll maybe play 1 or 2 extra tracks, but realistically, my shift is done now and I want to go, right? So what do you do? What's my top tip? I always went as a partnership when I went, but all you got to do is at the end of the night, announce this is the last song, you play it, and during that last song, you turn off all your lighting, your disco lighting, and you go and turn the main lights on. There's something about, and we've probably all fallen for this in the past, being drunk, and you know, the disco lights are going, and then like, all the lights have come on. My God, where are the disco lights gone? Right, it's time for home now. Like, if you leave all the disco lights going, and you're going, guys, night's over, and it's dark, and it's like, they're not gonna wanna go anywhere. Turn all the lights off, turn all your funky lights off, and just turn the music off. And then the other thing I'd say as well, just start packing away. They're going to come over to you, they're going to say like, please, you know, like if the management don't let you play past 12, Your shift is over, they're not giving you any more money, you are a jobbing DJ and your job has come to an end. Don't feel bad, don't feel guilty. You unplug and you just start packing away, and sometimes people will be really arsey with you. Most of the time they just get it, you know, and that's that. So look, these are my kind of points. I was like, you know, what kind of advice will I give somebody? This is the advice I'd give you if you were to go out and do it. And that's that. Now, obviously, this is on the basis that you know how to get a gig. Obviously, if you want to go and find out how to get these gigs, I've actually did a video on this ages ago. If you click up here, I'll teach you about setting up the website and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. As per usual, guys, I've got full courses at beginnerdjlessons.com. If you're interested, if you want to get better at DJing, you want to get more confident on your deck, you want to get to a point where you can actually start doing remixes and really advanced stuff, I've got full courses at beginnerdjlessons.com. Make sure you go and check it out. And for anybody out there who's interested in actually making their own dance music, I've just launched an online music school called EDM Coaching. I've currently got some free training on there as well, so you can go and check that out as well. So that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Hopefully this helped you out. Let me know if you can relate to any of the points I've been speaking about, in case you have done weddings yourself. And that's pretty much it. If you like videos like this and you want to see more videos like it, make sure you hit that button there, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the bell notification so you get informed about future videos. Hit that button down there if you want to go and watch some free DJ training. And finally, hit this button below if you want to see how to DJ just like Carl Cox. See you guys in next week's video. Ciao. Oof.